What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and today we'll be looking at the Bundesliga Power Rankings chosen by yours truly here at JJD TV, where I'm going to pick the top 5 teams who I think are the hottest in the Bundesliga. So if you guys are excited for the Power Rankings, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it now. Alright guys, so after another action-packed weekend in the Bundesliga, I'm going to be coming into you guys today and picking who I believe are the hottest teams in the weekend right now. And not over the course of the entire season. I try to really just focus on the last outing and going from there, but I do take a little bit of consideration from other weeks prior to seeing who I believe is in my top 5. But regardless, let's jump into it right now and let's look who's in 5th place on the JJD TV Bundesliga Power Rankings, and that is Hertha Berlin. And it's Hertha Berlin for a couple of reasons. Now, I know that they won at home 2-1 against Greuther Fürth, which is not the most impressive win that there ever was, but considering some of the other results around the weekend, this was a good one, on top of the fact that they've won back-to-back now after a really poor start to the season. They lost a couple of their players, Matthias Cunha as well, so to see them actually being able to come back and start to put together a string of wins, get these important points, because if they don't want to fight relegation, these are exactly the type of points that they need to pick up, and they did. Wasn't the most impressive win in the world, like I said, but they got the job done. And for that, I think Hertha deserves to somehow sneak in to 5th place here on the JJTV Power Rankings. Moving along to 4th place, I put Augsburg. And if you would have told me a couple weeks ago, Josh, on your Power Rankings, you're going to find Hertha Berlin, you're going to find Augsburg, I would have laughed at you, but Augsburg deserve this. They absolutely do. They took on Gladbach at home and they won 1-0, which, as everyone knows, is a very important 3 points to pick up. Augsburg looked to be someone who might be flirting with relegation this year. Similar to Hertha Berlin, they found a way to get the job done. And to do it against a Gladbach team like that is somewhat impressive in my opinion. Gladbach is obviously one that should be competing for Champions League positions. They have no European football to worry about. This is a team that picked up a solid manager, they have a solid team, and they should be competing for the top 4, and they've had an atrocious start to the season that just got hampered even more with a 1-0 win from Augsburg, which I don't want to take anything away from. It's 3 very important points for Augsburg, and for fair reasons, they deserve to be sitting here 4th place on the JJTV Power Rankings. Now it's time to move into the top 3, and I really struggled about, first, you guys will probably think it's pretty obvious, but I struggled a little bit between 2nd and 3rd, and I don't really want to be biased. I don't want to come across as biased, so I am going to put Dortmund in 3rd place. Now, I know Dortmund just came off that Leverkusen win, which, in my opinion, was not convincing, and then this Union Berlin victory. Again, it is convincing a little bit more in terms of the 3 points than it was the Leverkusen game, but I'll get into it a little bit more. Dortmund won 4-2 at home against Union Berlin. It's a good result. I don't want to complain about it. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet this season. We once looked like in that game that we were going to run away with it, and then it somehow turned out to be 3-2, and then Erling Haaland had to do something just out of this world to get us back in. And I know we have a good record right now, but in all honesty, that wasn't an overly convincing game in my opinion. It should have been killed out very easily. We had an opportunity to do so, and we just kind of let them hang around. And for that reason, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't want to get too overhyped around this. The clean sheet, as us Dortmund fans know, is so vital to getting probably a top 2, if not try to compete for that title. If we can't find a way to get these clean sheets, we're not going to be able to do that. So it is impressive that we scored 4, obviously, against a stubborn team like Union Berlin, but there's still a lot of question marks around this Dortmund side, specifically in the back 4, and even some tactical decisions made by Marco Rose. But regardless, they did pick up the 3 points. They did put 4 past Union Berlin, and they are sitting towards the top of the table. So with that, and without being biased, I did put Dortmund in 3rd place for the JJD TV Power Rankings, which leaves in 2nd place, and I'll tell you why I think Leverkusen deserves to be there, but it is Bayer Leverkusen. Now, they won 3-1 away from home at Stuttgart, which on one thing is impressive. Stuttgart is not a pushover team whatsoever, but Leverkusen also went down to 10 men early on in this match, and this could have easily been drop points for them. Away from home, down to 10 in the first half. They found a way, they even conceded, but they found a way to kill off the game and get that 3rd one in an impressive 3-1 victory in the circumstances. Without losing a man, it could have been an easier game for Leverkusen, but they found a way to come together as a group to bounce back from that frustrating match against Dortmund, which no one knew exactly who was going to win. So for that reason, there is a lot of things to like. Florian Wirtz is just out of this world. If Dortmund isn't looking at them, they should be, but you better believe Bayern's going to be sniffing around. Some Premier League teams are going to be sniffing around. This kid is the real deal. Gets on the score sheet again, and it's just a really gritty and impressive performance, in my opinion, from Bayer Leverkusen to pick up those 3 points, given the circumstances where they easily could have walked away with a draw and maybe even a loss. So for that reason, I'm going to put Leverkusen up in second place, which leaves only one spot remaining on the JJD TV Power Rankings. And if you can't guess by the wild scoreline, I don't know what to tell you, but it is Bayern Munich. They won 7-0 at home against Bochum, and it was just a different class. It really was. Bochum was not in them. They even apologize after the game with that performance that they saw, but they were not in the game right from the off. You're seeing players like Leroy Sané take his game to the next level, which as a Bayern supporter, you're probably very excited for. And all in all, it's just scary to see this team kind of kick stride. Now, I want to take a grain of salt because Bochum had an atrocious performance, but still, it's not easy to put 7 goals past anyone, and Bayern did that. They deserve to be top. They're starting to find, I think, 3rd, 4th gear right now, and it's getting real nervous for anyone else who's looking to take them on anytime soon. And if I was going to look at one team in the Bundesliga who just in general you don't want to take on, but especially after coming off a 7-0 victory, it is going to be Bayern. So Bayern lead the way for the JJD Power Rankings. So those are them. Bayern leads the way. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We have a couple good games coming up this weekend before we get back into the Power Rankings, but in my opinion, the biggest game of the weekend is going to be us. It's going to be Gladbach. It's going to be Dortmund. We'll have our preview up for you guys soon. We'll be doing the watch along, so hopefully, guys, we'll see you guys there. And let me know what you thought of the Power Rankings. If you agreed with my Power Rankings, you thought I snubbed a team, be sure to comment below. I'll absolutely get involved with the conversation because this is just mine. Let me know your guys' Power Rankings, and if you do agree, well, let me know as well. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the JJD Power Rankings for this week. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, friends.